late decision by myself. As a matter of fact, when I told Ron, he even said, why? Well, we're doing this because the hat is supposed to be meeting in a meeting tonight, a meeting that could change our world. A meeting to change the United States of America. And I would rather do the video now, and if no one shows up, they don't show up. It'll be there. It's only going to be about a half an hour video.
We might come back.
If things are said right, we could come back. But the bottom line here is, I got a couple messages yesterday and then 5 or 6 today, and it just seems like different places I've been seeing when he talks tonight. This could be what we've been waiting for. I've heard a big part of it's going to be mainstream media. They will be warned. They better be covering it. They better be covering what's coming up, because if they're not, from what I'm understanding, a certain organization of people that kind of might have something to do with the military will be taking over, and they will be tried for treason. I'm just going to give you guys a heads up what I'm hearing, and I want you guys to be able to sit there and watch what's going on. I had a lot of complaints about yesterday's show, and you have the right to complain, and I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to quit playing a song. I don't have the greatest of equipment. And yesterday, where I did the show at my house, it was very quiet. Being very quiet, I even said to Ron, for some reason, my cell phone really played the music very loud. And I told him, I said, we'll get some complaints. And I did. I've been hammered pretty good. A lot of the people was very nice about it and trying to tell me. But guys, I've been back and watched that myself. And I've sat like I am right now, about this far away from the screen. And I could hear what I was saying. I was only talking general stuff that if you heard, you heard. If you didn't, you know. But I'm sorry if you guys couldn't understand it. It's, you know, but I just try to do, you know, the very best I can. That's all I can do. So that being said, I'm going to get into the show. And dear Lord, thank you for bringing us together tonight. We don't know what kind of a crowd we'll have. We don't know what kind of people will watch it over the thing, Lord. But what's about to happen could, in my opinion, is going to lead us to where you want to be in your heaven on earth. And I don't want people to miss this. I don't want people to feel obligated to watch myself and Ron when they should be watching people that's much, much, much more important than we are. Lord, we come to you and we ask you to look after all the people in Hawaii, California, and all the places. Lord, I ask you to look at the people here in Illinois, senior citizens whose air conditioners may not be working or working properly. And we have a heat index right now of about 115. So look after these people. Not just the young, the old, but all of us, Lord. Look after all the people all over the world. Many, many things are happening for the bad. Look after these wonderful people who's in the BRIC organization that's working to change your world so much. And look after all of us. But most importantly, Lord, look after all the children, 100% of the children. And we'll come to you and pray to you in our Savior, your Son's name, Jesus Christ. Amen and amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If tomorrow all things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, where the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. God bless the USA.
Go.
From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, oh, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say. I won't forget the men who died, who gave their right to me. And I'd rather stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. God bless this country. And I'm proud to be an American. Defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the
Yes, sir. God bless the USA. I'm proud to be an American. And you know what? This last week, I've really been proud. A little bit more. I'm disappointed at what we're going through because as I was talking to the girl in the Ukraine, California is going through, I mean, I thought we got rid of her, but, you know, they're going through her. What's going on in Hawaii? And when that idiotic person had the guts to sit there and say, well, we had a little smoke fire once, and I could have lost my wife, my cat, and my Corvette. I know what I'd like to do with that Corvette. You know, the wife, from what I understand, is just as bad as him. And we just in a situation, guys, but I want to talk real briefly about the kids, and I'm going to speed through them. But little Jimmy, I sent a message to my Telegram site today. It was sent to me, and the message says these special beds are being implemented. As we speak, they're being put in every major city in the United States. But see, Jimmy, that's not enough for me. When all this happens, I want to implement X amount of dollars, and I want to put them in all the little towns too. To heck with the cities. We put them in the cities, and you know the people in the cities. We're going to change over, and money's not going to be an issue. But there's still going to be people who know people who know people. And even though these doctors are switching over and being trained to do what they're doing, you know that they're not going to do things right because someone's got a lot of money and they decide to. These doctors have done this so long. They've got money under the table for so long. They're not going to shop right on the way. There's going to be some more hoopla. But what I'm saying is there's buildings, Jimmy. There's buildings. And Renee, there's buildings out there that we can purchase. And we can have one set up and running in a week. You know, because if we have to hire 2 or 3 crews to come in, and if we have to overpay, so what? It just doesn't matter. But I just wanted to let you know, there's a little video of it. You know, you can go in and look at it. And I actually put up there for Jimmy and Renee. Now, it's for everybody, but when I think about these beds, Jimmy and Renee is the people I think of first. Patriot 11, our little cowboy with his 2 friends, Patriot Hunter and Patriot Haley. I hope you're having a great days. Guys, for all of you kids, I hope you're having great days. Boogs and Boogaloo and Boogaroo. Thank you for the picture, Boogs, of your party and your gifts and your smile. That brightens my day. You know, Boogs and Boogaloo, you're just, both of you is growing like crazy. Just think it won't be long until Mommy and Daddy can go out and Boogs can babysit. But, you know, Patriot Princess, our queen, and Patriot Hunter, our ball player. You know, can't wait to play ball with you and see you win this next beauty contest, Princess. But you know you won it anyway. I bet you the little girl who won it don't get the publicity that you do. But you know, Patriot Karate Kid and Patriot Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. You guys are brave, courageous, and bold. And Long's gonna live your story. Long's gonna live your story. You know, you have a tremendous mom, Patriot little Leona. I can't put into words my feelings for her and what Mike and his family did. You know, the 3 college kids. And I named another one last night. I'm just going to call him Patriot Hawaii Guy. Unless they want to come up with something else. But, you know, Marianne's son is in Hawaii. And I'm telling you, the information she's been giving me, we break news, guys. We break news before. You know, but we have an idiot that's running a defunct corporation that he just doesn't understand. Because he's more worried about his wife and his cat and his Corvette. What an idiot. That being said, you know, Patriot Super Gymnast and Patriot 7. I got a story to tell you because y'all know Patriot Little Monkey is she's a quirker. Well, last night she was upstairs in Patriot 7, little Liam's bedroom. And all of a sudden Liam come running downstairs. And he was very upset. My daughter Amber says, "What's the matter?" Addison just called me a name. So I'm going to share with you this.
What are you sorry for?
No.
What'd you do to Liam?
No.
What'd you do?
You just call me that.
Guys, I've watched that 50 times, and I've laughed every time. But see, what gets me is I said to my daughter, "Now wait." I said, "Wait a minute. You're punishing her. You're trying to correct her." And both you and David busted out laughing. But you just never know what's going to come out of her. You don't. Patriot Small Hank, I had a really good talk with him tonight. Guys, I don't know what happened. We've got a fairly new tree. It's only like 3 or 4 years old, but it's pretty tall. And I just went home a little bit ago, and Brandon was putting the finishing touches off of getting a branch cut down, and it broke off. I'm not talking about a little branch. He had to go up in the tree a little bit with his saw and take it down and that. And we had no wind. I don't know what it is, but I know the kids ain't going to play around that tree anymore. And then, you know, Patriot little Kira, I found out right there in the inner part of her thighs, on her fat part of her leg, she's very, very ticklish. And I had her laughing last night so much. And, you know, like I said, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the kids. We love you. 100% of the kids we love, and we pray for all of yous. You know, but I want to get into somewhat of the show. And last night, me and Ron's a little confused because we used to have Patriot Diane and Patriot RS and a couple others that seemed like they would try to get the Bruce out first. But something happened. Maybe it was a bad week, a bad couple weeks, but he sat here for a while, and all of a sudden he went and got it and put it up, and he was kind of confused. He thought, what's going on, you know? We was having fun when we had competition going. And I know a lot of people are depressed. We all are, but I think now is the time to turn the depression upside down and smile. Because I think we're really close. I really do, guys.
24th is tomorrow. A lot of stuff goes.
24th is tomorrow, as Ron said. Tonight, when the hat speaks with, I'm pretty sure it's Tucker Carlson. I may
It
be,
is.
you know, yes, we will. We will be talking about for generations and generations. But you know what? We're going to talk about this historic events for generations, but it's going to be told right. That's the beauty of it. So here's
Remember,
intel.
people, we heard it first.
Here's the intel only. Where are we now? In the wait, we are under the impression we'd get announcements from President the Hat Saturday and pushed to Tuesday, which we didn't really get today, but we have new things to tell you now. BRICS started today, 22nd through the 24th, and announcements on the 24th. We have understood BH bondholders would get those emails 1 hour after the BRICS. And access Friday, we were told we'd be given notifications today before the bondholders, but that hasn't happened. But now, cut the information of today, which was minimal, military doing cleanup globally and things taken care of. And the TV networks, now listen to this, the TV networks expressly to report the truth about what is coming out politically, or they will be in violation with treason. The MSM wouldn't know the truth if it hit them upside the head, but the truth is coming out and should now be reported and true. This might be the reason why we're not able to get the 200 countries tonight and 30 million listeners. And we found out we could only get 5 countries, but not the huge reach base. Starlink is being tied up with the EBS, EAS, EWS, and much BRICS stuff, and the asset-backed currencies, which will all be trading partners. So the USN is now asset-backed and trading, but we need the announcement to and made known, and that was what we were waiting to hear. And it could happen. It could be tomorrow or Thursday, and before the BRICS. But don't be surprised if it doesn't, with a lot of currencies going asset-backed, and with the USN trading with Mexico and Canada and the new golden dinar and all of Africa, all of the moving into the relationship with BRICS and Russia with President Putin. And we have world leaders here from Iraq, and we understood that they are going to pay the citizens back to October of 22, paid them Tuesday. Can we also have access to funds by Thursday? I don't know, but out Thursday. I don't know, but out military sources is saying from tomorrow through Saturday for notification exchanges, which is a 4-day window. And we are now looking at the announcement of the Big N and the 2020, you know what happened there, elections with the USN currency, and of course the further political announcements, maybe 5 or 7 announcements. And I was told last night, Wednesday and Thursday, there is so much going on behind the scenes that we cannot see. I also want to mention about the Punjab variant is about to be released on us, but with the return of the hat, that won't happen, and not who we are. Okay. Bruce went on to talk after that a lot about money. Not money that he's going to donate for the thing, but he had a great finishing touch, finishing act on Sue and Bob. Now, I was talking to Patriot6 earlier, and he has got some very, very interesting facts to go along with what Bruce was saying, because you guys all know my opinion on what they're doing. And now they put together 3 different programs charging money. And if I'm hearing right, you get the course. She teaches you the course. Then she sends you the stuff, and you got to make it up yourself. You got to get it copied. You got to do this. You got to do that. Then what is she charging? And I'm not going to go into that. But as me and Patriot6 was talking, he listened to PPM yesterday. And they was reporting on PPM yesterday that the redemption centers is not all what it's being cooked up to be. Meaning, a lot of the things we're being told we might not have to do. So much so that I haven't had a chance to listen to it. I will tonight. But he was concerned, are we even going to go under an NDA when we do this? Myself personally, I hope so. I want to be under one just for the fact that I can keep my mouth shut, because I have a little bit of a temper, and the people who's made fun of me for so long and made fun of Ron for so long, I think if they'd open their stupid mouths and say something, I might let them have it about what we have. But tell you ain't getting none of it. But I don't want to be like that. So I just assumed, I told Ron we're going to put ourselves under one. That doesn't mean we can't talk to you. And, I can understand the need for one. But here's a question, and maybe you guys can help us answer. I said, well, the NDA, if we go under one, will only be for the Zim. That's what we always been told. The other currency is ours. We don't have to do anything, it's just ours. And that's what we've been told. It would just be an NDA for the Zim. Okay, I understand that. But what we was trying to figure out is, are we going to have to go under an NDA for everything? Because, and when we were talking, I used Myrna as an example. I'd use Myrna because I know Myrna doesn't have any currency. Or that's what she's always told me. But I said to Ron, well, what if Myrna was to go out and get a really good deal on Venezuela, whatever they are, Rupia? Bolivar. What if she was to go out and get a really good, and she'd buy 100 million of them? 100 $1 million notes. From what I'm hearing, the rate of return on that's going to be is astronomical, and she'd have a lot of money. Does that mean she has to sign an NDA? Because we've been told all along. But see, there's just things happening that I think you're going to hear more and more of the truth. But you're going to hear it from the right people. So what I'm going to suggest is, I don't care if it's PPM. I don't care if it's this person over here, Charlie Ward, Mike, myself. Let's wait till we get the official thing. And then if you got the currency, the Zimbabwe Zim, you should have the access. I probably sent you the stuff you needed. So you got something to take in there. You have that. Didn't cost you anything. But what Ron's concern is for Bruce, because we like Bruce. But if we don't have to do all of this stuff, if we don't need all of this stuff, see, when we did it for our group, we did it for free. So they're not going to say anything to us. We're just trying to help people from what we're hearing. But what are they going to do to these people that's charged all this money? I mean, they've made a lot of money over the last 2-3 years, but that's their decision. And then he promotes Bob's products, and from what I understand, Bob's products are really good. That's what I understand. I don't know, because I was always one that thought 2 or 3 years ago when I really started watching Bruce and that, I didn't need them because we were going to be in these miracle beds. So why do you need them? but we won't need these because not only that, but all of them things that's going to be unleashed to us. You know, I've got some things recently, and people have been telling me, Ralph, we like you because you don't try to take things from us. You don't try to lie to us. And I lie to you a lot, but I think when I'm saying it, I'm telling the truth. So, let's see. Here's one of the things that I saved today. SINGH. This is from Indra Vaden. This clearly announces the implementation of quantum technology in every field, which runs on a block unhackable chain system at a speed of 3.5 trillion frames per second. Soon we will see quantum financial systems, quantum financial health, technology, etc. The big G is now being rolled out, and this will be a global collaboration with 209 countries participating. Once 6,000 hidden technologies are released with the big G, the quantum technologies will completely transform the way we live on Earth. Anti-gravity, special beds, all supported by the QFS. Indra Vaden saying the quantum technology is already developed and will be released on the revaluation redemption appointments with quantum phones and computers given to each individual worldwide. And here's a picture that I thought was cute. It's a picture of Wile E. Coyote and Sleepy. And up at the top in big letters, it says, "Boy, I say boy, you got more loose screws than a hardware store in an earthquake." I kind of like that. This is Q Clearance Patriot, my fellow Americans. Over the course of the next several days, you will undoubtedly realize that we are taking back our great country, the land of the free, from the evil tyrants that wish to do us harm, and destroy the last remaining refugee of shining light on POT U.S. order. We have initiated certain fail-safes that shall safeguard the public from the primary fallout, which is slated to occur 11/3 upon the arrest announcement of Mr. I don't know who it is, Podesta. Confirmation to the public of what is occurring will then be revealed and will be openly accepted. Public riots and organized in serious numbers. They're expecting a lot of that. False leaks have been made to retain several within the confines of the United States. Broadcast system EMS during the direct messages, avoiding the fake news, all to all citizens, organizations, and other people. More or less what they're telling us is about to happen, guys. And when it happens, it's something that we can hang. Here's another. All banks are. Yeah, all banks are back online. The ones that did not give licenses to were under tutelage of the CBI. So that's good news. Judy note for today. I don't even know what she's got. Is this the announcement of the global currency reset, the BRICS summit that started on Tuesday, 22nd August, just launched BRICS pay of decentralized multi-currency digital. The fiat dollar was no longer accepted. Hundreds of U.S. banks, along with major U.S. stock agencies controlled by BlackRock. The BRICS summit that began Tuesday, 22nd August, and now goes through the 24th. Major changes will be made. Is this the format announcement of the global currency reset? People has asked me, Patriot5, what have you heard about the revaluation? Just what I announced here. I really don't go in looking into it because I listen to what Bruce says. I listen to what other people say. There's no sense for me to go digging. It's going to happen when it's going to happen. Do I think it's going to happen in a big way? I think it's going to happen in a gigantic way. I think we haven't even started to put together numbers it's going to happen in. But that's my opinion. So if I'm wrong, it's not that I'm lying. It's I'm giving my opinion. I want to take a moment for everybody, because I'm about ready to wrap this up, guys. I didn't want to be on much more than a half an hour. So if he's on it 7 Central, then you guys can get over there. If not, well, and if there's something really good, we may come back. We'll have to wait and see. But I hope everybody is looking at this the way myself and Ron is. Because I get a laugh when I see someone post something. I can't take this much longer. And they've been involved with it for like 15 months. Try over 15 years. And I'm not saying that because I want to be saintonized, because I'm not. It's just that we have been up and down so many times, we could have been an elevator. But you know, something back in 2009, something hit me. And I could have made a fortune with Ron. Could have made a fortune in Bitcoin. I had the opportunity to buy as much as I wanted for a half a penny a piece. Could you imagine opening up an account and put about $1,000 in there? And just keep watching it and watching it. Maybe when it hit 1,000, take out $100,000. Me and him could have had that with our brother Russ when he each had $30-some thousand. Be living a lot better. Can you imagine if we had had what we could have had when it hit 60,000, or even now when it's down at 29,000? And I keep telling people, sell. Don't hold on to it. You're going to get hurt. That's my opinion. I've heard about the three gorgeous dams. I've heard about other things. At some point, some of this stuff is going to come true. Someone sent me, or sent to one of the groups just before I got on the show tonight. They sent a thing about, it's a little video about famous people who are no longer with us because they got a little trip to get and they mowed them out of there. You understand what I'm saying? It's just, we are so, I mean, I wake up in the middle of the night and I'll be laying there and thinking, why was I chosen? Why are we doing this? You know, as I've told you guys 7 or 8 times, I should have died. And with the help of Mr. Pillow and his story, I'm thinking, wow, he ain't got nothing on me other than I didn't almost die all these times because of drugs. Man-made things trying to take us out. I know somebody that had blood drawn yesterday, and I said, why? And they said, why not? I said, I want to know why. And I did some research on what they was testing them for. And I asked them 2 simple questions. Did you get yourself tested? Well, why would we do that? Because what you had your 2 kids tested for comes from the mom and the dad. That's where they get it. So maybe if they have it, one of yous have it, you need to get it checked out. Now, I don't push a lot of things like this, guys, because things like this, I pushed them and pushed them and pushed them to my brother-in-law. But you know, he's not one bit angry because he's come and visited both of us. And he's let us know that we did the best we could do. Now, people can say you're crazy. No, I'm not. I just figured that was God's way of easing our pain. You know, and I say ease pain is because it's one of the best lines I've ever heard in a movie, Field of Dreams, my all-time favorite show. Kevin Costner's going through some very bad times. His wife of 19 years are getting divorced. But then there's other people out there that are getting awards for the support they give the veterans. Those are the kind of people I want to be involved with. And that's the kind of people you're going to be involved with. Our lives are going to change, guys. Our lives are going to change. The people who didn't want to have anything to do with us, they're going to look at us and say, well, why do these people like you? Why? Because we're patriots. We're proud to be an American. We're proud to be whatever country we're from. And we did what we had to do to get where we needed to get. And by that, you can count on it. We're going to get there. I promise you, we're going to get there. Good night. God bless. I'll see you tomorrow.